everybody? Pasta Jutsu here, and I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you enjoyed the intro you just saw. Just thought I'd try something a little different for my channel, you know. So yeah, so the first, I also have one for my Hero live reactions. But yeah, I thought I'd try something new here, get a little more official. But yeah, I figured it's time to do my live reaction for chapter 1033 of One Piece with a very intriguing title, Shimotsuki Kozaburo, which is a figure that fans have wanted to know more about quite a bit. He's possibly related to Zoro, and most likely he was the old man. Sorry, the old man. He's most likely had to have been in Zoro's village, even though we've never seen him before. Zoro, there's a lot of things pointing to the fact that Zoro must have learned Tsunachi from him, and like he also probably got the Wado from him because Kozaburo made the Wado and Enma. So if we're learning more about him in this chapter, that's very cool and very unexpected. But yeah, but first we have this very cool cover page, figuratively and literally cool, as we see Smoker and Tashigi in a very cold, snowy, icy location with a bunch of penguins. And the request is by Soda Susu. Tashigi plays the villain for baby penguins that make believe as heroes. So yeah, we see the cute little penguins with their little superhero outfits with like the little capes and stuff, and these like things on their heads. And it's very adorably trying to take down Tashigi, who's just having a good time. And we see Smoker in the back looking all cool and serious with his sea stone weapon thing. And just with the shades on, smoking, of course. Yeah, this is a very adorable cover request here. But yeah. So we pick up in the chapter where we left off, which I'm glad about, with Zoro having a pretty intense time in his fight with King, as he's kind of against the ropes here, and Enma starts to act up and starts to feed on his haki. So yeah, Zoro has to deal with a rogue sword. Enma, stop draining my energy without permission. And it's just still trying to suck up his haki. And of course, King is ruthless. He misses zero opportunities as he goes in to attack Zoro. And he says, "Trouble in paradise." And Zoro still stands up, ready to fight. As King descends on him, he's still in his Lunarian human form. So Zoro goes, "Huh?" King just seems to be like standing in front of Zoro, and he dwarfs Zoro. By the way, he's even in his human form, he's massive. He's like over twice Zoro's size. He's just looming over him with his sword drawn. And Zoro's just like, "What are you trying to pull?" Zoro stabs him. He tries to stab him with Enma in the gut. And King just takes it. And King goes, "Ah, a direct hit." Zoro's like, "What?" What the fuck is this? Suddenly there's a random explosion. So Zoro stabs King with Enma. He goes, "Ah, direct hit," and then he explodes? What kind of new ability is this? Oh my god, I love King. Oh. Okay, Oda, what is this? What do you have in store for us? We cut back to Sanji and his fight with Queen, which is good. I definitely want to see this fight, of course, but man, Oda cutting away, and what the hell is that explosion with King? It's like, oh my god, I want to stick with this fight. Oh my god. Oh, please tell me we cut back to that fight before this chapter's over. And I know we have to deal with like Hiyori and Orochi probably, so, you know, hopefully we'll get to see answer what the hell that explosion was. Um, so we're back in the Skull Dome, Left Brain Tower, Pleasure Hall. And so last we left Sanji and Queen, Sanji held memory kicked Queen like off into the distance. And so but Queen is laughing. Muhahaha. You just called the Pirate Hunter, right? He doesn't stand a chance against King. He's a Lunarian. Okay, we get some more lore on Lunarians, hopefully. They were all supposed to be eradicated. Those monsters could thrive in any inhospitable environment the world threw at them. Very intriguing, very intriguing. First thing that comes to mind is Boros from One Punch Man and his race. Because they can live in any inhospitable environment as well, and they're very strong. And we know that King's race, the Lunarians, at least for a time, lived on top of the Red Line. And who knows how inhospitable it is without like a bunch of money, like the Tenryubitos have. To how inhospitable it is to live up there. And of course, they probably lived on the moon, which is still debatable whether there's even oxygen on the moon in the One Piece universe, because Enel is living up there, but does he need oxygen as a person who's made of electricity? But so that's still up for debate. So if they could live in a place with no oxygen, what does that say? But okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh my god. Oh yes, we're getting the Lunarian lore dump. Thank you, Queen. He continues, in the distant past, they were considered gods. And we see two random, we see a random, like, centaur gifter fighting against a samurai with the fire burning behind them. As Queen just continues his monologue. Oh, sorry. No. Sanji asks a very important question. How could beings like that get wiped out? And Queen goes, that's something you'll have to find out for yourself. And he charges up a mouth laser. Okay, good. We come back to King and Zoro. After the explosion. Zoro just got blown back by this random explosion. And he just... Close one. I'd be a goner if I used armament hockey a second later. You just sees King standing there like the flames and the smoke, just like a looming like angel of death. And Zoro's got his hands on his swords. He's thinking, how's he still unscathed? He just blew himself up. So yeah, King is kind of like he's kind of like Mr. Five with his bomb fruit, but way more badass. And it's probably not a devil fruit. Well, obviously it's not a devil fruit because we know what King's devil fruit is. But Zoro goes, ooh, one sword style EI. Lethal Lion Song. So either this isn't the official release, so I don't know if this is like a mistranslation or if this is a new attack from Zoro. The Lethal Lion Song. Because we've had Lion Song before. I think he has another one too. I think it's didn't he use a different version of Lion Song to cut off the dragon's head in Punk Hazard? I don't know if this is that, but he just swing Lion Song's King with the Watto. King takes a hit. Oh my god, King just looks so cool. He's like, his head is back and just like, it's kind of like he's taking in that attack he just took. He's like vibing. He's like vibing on this attack. Zoro just like, he's like, huh? Uh-oh, King's transforming. It looks like he might be turning into his hybrid form. Oh no, he's getting ready to do. He's doing the attack again with that he did in the last chapter. He's pulling his crest back. And Zoro's just thinking, nothing? That did nothing to him? We see King's funny face again, like, Imperial. Zoro's getting ready. He says, no way, that was one of my strongest techniques. He's drawing his other two swords, putting the Watto in his mouth. Oh, but Enma's still... He goes, stop it, Enma. Enma's still trying to suck him dry. And so he's distracted by that, and then King hits him. Phew. Imperial Tempura. Zoro's still distracted. He's like, not now! Udon! Oh my god, looks like it just grazes Zoro in the side. I think he just barely dodges it. Or not, because he's coughing up blood. So yeah, oh my god. No. Okay, I thought one of his swords got snapped in half, but I don't think so. I think it's just the way it's drawn, like the thing, it's going past the blade, so it kind of looks like there's a divide there. Oh my god, this attack just obliterates the side of the mountainside that they're standing on. Just cracks up these giant mountains. Oh! And so King goes, a swordsman beaten by his own sword? Oh, he's talking about Enma. A swordsman beaten by his own sword. That's a first. And Zoro's falling. He's falling as the ground beneath him gets shattered. He falls, and he's dropped out of his swords. But he grabs it. It's the Sandai. He goes, Sandai Katetsu. Well, Zoro's having a flashback to when he's talking to Hitetsu, who's saying, you already wield the Sandai Katetsu. That is one of mine. Zoro's like, what, really? Zoro says in this flashback, oh no, ooh! This is a flashback to when he first got the Sandai. Oh man, we're about to lose the Sandai? Is it gonna get broken or something? Because we have the Nidai. The Nidai is waiting at Kitetsu's place. Or Hitetsu. Hitetsu's the Tengu guy. He has the Nidai. And so a lot of people think Zoro's gonna lose the Sandai in this fight so he can get the Nidai. So he's thinking back to when he first got it, pre-time skip, in Longtown. He's holding it up, he says, it's cursed. And Ipponmatsu is saying, I can't sell it. You moron, if you end up dead, your blood would be on my hands. Zoro goes, I'll take it. Oh, damn, King is ruthless. Risking your life to save a sword. He just goes down and kicks Zoro with a flaming kick, like Sanji. He kicks Zoro, like, back up. I'm surprised he didn't let him fall. He goes, have you lost it? Oh, God, he's literally getting kicked around in this fight. He just crashes into the rocks. King is going straight at him in Pteranodon form. Zoro's like, it burns. Oh man, he sees the water. He keeps dropping his swords, which is, I feel like that's the biggest indicator that this is like Zoro's hardest battle. First he dropped the Sandai. He tried to go grab it. Now he's dropping the Wado, which is like the most important sword to him. He just dropped it. He's like, if he sees it over there, what a relief. It didn't fall off the island. Wado Ichimonji. Oh my god. What is gonna happen? Now Zoro's having flashbacks to when he was a kid with Koshiro, his sensei. So who gave him the Wado? You know, he's Kuino's father. Kid Zoro's like, Sensei, please let me have her sword. He just goes, okay, it's yours. Oh man, we see Kuina's picture from after she died. Zoro's like, I'll get stronger. Stronger for the both of us. Strong enough that my name reaches up to the heavens. I'm going to be the world's strongest swordsman. Dude, this is okay. Is this chapter gonna be Zoro's? Is he finally gonna have his big character development chapter like Sanji had a couple chapters ago? We're getting Zoro flashbacks. We never get those. So he's flashing back to when he was with Hitetsu, who says, it must be fate. That white katana of yours is the Wado Ichimonji. It was forged by the same man that made Enma. The master swordsmith, Shimotsuki Kozaburo, title of this chapter. So Zoro's, he just looks exhausted. He's got blood dripping down his face. He's thinking, I didn't have time to think about it before, but how did a sword from Wano wind up in the East Blue? Which is a question a lot of fans have been wondering for a long time now. But, but King doesn't give him time to think about that. He hits him with Imperial Twin Blades. I guess he's doing some, flying, wing slash attack again. They almost look like discs, like destructive discs or something, but they're, flying at Zoro. King goes, so you picked up your 3 swords? Zoro's trying to block these attacks, but Enma's still trying to drain him. He's like, Enma! King's dive bombing him again. He's doing that thing he did a few chapters ago, where he kind of curves his wing like a scythe blade and just comes down on Zoro. Zoro just barely blocks it. But it's not enough. He falls through into the fucking... He falls back inside. I don't know if he falls into the castle or what, but he goes through the ground and he falls indoors somewhere. He's just free falling. Giant rubble falling down on top of him. He's like, and his arm is still skinny and bony from getting drained by Enma. And now he's flashing back to Momonosuke. Zorojuro, I was told not to say Tsunachi. Zoro says, it's just something I heard from an old geezer in my village. I've never used the word myself. Momo's like, what? And Zoro's just lost in his memories right now. He's breathing hard. That geezer always sat by the shore. I never bothered learning his name. Oh my god, here he is. Here he is, man. We see an old man just sitting on a grassy cliff as little child Zoro goes up to him. Before we see... Oh my... Okay. And I only found out he was Kuina's grandfather after he croaked. So that's confirmation. Koshiro is the son of Kozaburo Shimotsuki. And Kuina is the granddaughter of Kozaburo Shimotsuki. So she was a Shimotsuki. We don't know about Zoro. But at least Kuina and Koshiro are confirmed to be related to the Shimotsuki clan. So Itetsu continues in the flashback. The master swordsmith, Shimotsuki Kozaburo, left this country illegally over 50 years ago. Teching 101 is going to love this chapter because this is confirming so much shit that he and so many people have been theorizing for a couple years now. Zoro's just exhausted. I guess he landed wherever he fell. He's still thinking back. We had an info box. 13 years ago, the East Blue, Shimotsuki Village, Zoro's hometown. And we're back in the dojo, Shimotsuki Dojo. I don't know if we ever found out that was the official name of the dojo, but there it is. And we see little Kuina and Zoro and all the other kids practicing. And we see the old man with the long ponytail say, Tsunachi! It's a battle cry that gives you courage. Little Zoro says, I don't think I'll use it. It sounds weird. So we're back on the cliff side with Zoro and the old man. Say, old man, is it true you are a samurai? Everyone at the dojo says you were. Oh, okay. We have Village Geezer. Very unique looking character. Old guy with a very thick unibrow and a ponytail. He looks like he's fishing. He goes, he's smoking a pipe. He's like, quiet boy. You're gonna bring the Marines down on my head. Why would the Navy care?
None of your business. Now scram, you snot-nosed brat. Screw you, you useless old windbag.
So yeah, I could see why Zoro never brings up this old man a lot. They seem to not got along that well. But we see little Zoro training hard. Ha! And the old man looks over at him. You fed up with practicing at the dojo? I lost a queen again. I need to train non-stop. Oh, it looks like he drops a couple of real katanas, or at least wakizashis, to little Zoro. He's like, what? But I don't have any money.
It's fine. Take them. They're not much anyway.
Zoro sheaths one, and he just has a dazzling expression as he sees this real sword. And the old man goes, I can only make ones like these now. Use them for your training. And the old man unsheaths another sword. Listen, swords exist to cut people down. When smiths create them, they ensure they can take as many lives as possible. And Zoro's just holding one of the swords like, oh. Each blade is like a person with a unique disposition. A swordsman is one who tames the sword's wild nature and bends it to their will. We just see this really cool image of like katanas with like this like whirlpool image behind them. You see the old man's holding out one of the swords. It's a joke. It's a joke that deadly swords are believed to be cursed. That's just how named blades are. I consider it praise. Let the weak spread their nonsense. Okay, so we're debunking the cursed sword idea that's been in One Piece for a very, very long time. He said, it means those swords fulfill their purpose well. I crafted my magnum opus when I was still young. The temperament of that sword was something. Like he's talking about Enma, I assume. You could get the chills just holding it. I named the blade after the Lord of the Underworld. And Zoro just, his face has, it's like he has an epiphany. He's back in the present. He goes, the Lord of the Underworld? What? Enma. We just see Enma just standing on its own. And it's like swirling with like menacing like energy. And it's like steaming with smoke. It's called Shimotsuki Village. That doesn't seem like a coincidence now. And Zoro's thinking back to the kids back when he was young. They're saying,
did you know the village was founded by pirates? My grandma told me.
Hitetsu says, the master swordsmith Shimotsuki Kozaburo left this country illegally over 50 years ago. So Zoro's just connecting all the dots in his life that he never connected before. That geezer was the samurai of Wano. He was the swordsmith Shimotsuki Kozaburo. He's thinking of the old man. The old man is talking in this flashback. Named blades stay vigilant. They wait patiently to find a swordsman worthy of them. Thinking back to Ipamatsu. It is said a sword chooses its wielder. What is this? Zoro's looking at Enma. It's just like, it's looking like Excalibur or something right now. Like it's just like fuming with like power. And Zoro's thinking, that's what this is. It's testing me. But King is descending down. See, wait a minute. So it looks like King is flying. In the last chapter, Zoro was saying that King he can't fly with his actual like feathered wings, like in his human form. But it looks like he's flying right now. This is why I was like, wait, haven't we seen him fly before? But I don't know, maybe he's just jumping down, but I don't know, it looks like he's flying. So he's like he's floating down to me. But yeah, Zoro, his arm is still coated in arm and hockey. It's looking more muscly now as he picks up Enma. He says, the sword isn't acting out of malice. That means I've just not been measuring up to its standards. You're telling me Odin was easily able to wield you? Even while this much hockey was pouring out of him. Is that it, Enma? You just see the blade of Enma just looks so beautiful with the, like, hockey, like, steam coming off of it as Zoro draws it. And I don't know how dark the blade was looking before, but it looks really dark here. Like, it's almost a black blade. It has, like, the flame, like, design on it. But it's looking pretty black to me. So you see some random riffraff beast pirates stumbling onto the scene as they see King and Zoro. They're like, oh, let's take out Zoro, then we can get a promotion. But Zoro's just thinking as he holds Enma, what do I do? I can only appease it if I keep going all out with my hockey. But that could kill me. It's just these henchmen thugs just get knocked out by Conqueror's hockey. I don't know if it's Zoro's or Enma's or both, but they just get wiped out by Conqueror's hockey. But Zoro's thinking, he doesn't even notice them, he's just thinking, no, this is how it's meant to be. And so King sees all these dudes get knocked out with Conqueror's hockey, and he goes, I see. So you've also got kingly ambitions. So yeah, so King notices Zoro's Conqueror's hockey, which we all saw a long time ago now when he's fighting against Kaido. Zoro's like, huh? And these guys' swords drawn and hockey bursting through them. And he's thinking back to Luffy. The world's greatest swordsman? That's perfect. The future king of the pirates wouldn't settle for anything less. And the chapter ends with Zoro with the Wano in his mouth as he's giving that Zoro grin. And he goes, I guess you're right. After all, I made promises to my captain and my oldest friend. Surpassing limits. Oh boy, that was okay. Ooh, that was quite the Zoro chapter there. We're leading up to some big Zoro stuff right here. Like he might actually be able to take King by himself. It's not going to be easy. It hasn't been easy. But when he fully steps into himself as the future greatest swordsman and the wielder of Enma, I think he's going to be able to take King down. Man, that was a lot of flashbacks in this chapter. A lot of Zoro. Zoro's life is basically flashing before his eyes. That's how hard this fight is against King. Like, he's like, man, I gotta dig deep here. Like, just basically his life is flashing before his eyes. Like, that's the best way to put it. But he's connecting the dots. He's realizing what swords he's wielding and what that means and who he is, the promises he made. This is it. This is big, man. We're coming to something big with Zoro, I feel like. So yeah, I don't know who's gonna finish their fights first between Zoro and Sanji. I'm guessing Sanji, but man, we would get Zoro's, man. Zoro's, whew. Man, that was a good chapter. Good Zoro chapter right there. We got a lot of questions answered about the village Zoro comes from, who was in that village, who was related to the Shimotsuki clan. But yeah, that was a lot, man. That was a lot of info to take in, man. A lot of people are gonna orgasm over this friggin' chapter, man. Holy shit. Ooh, boy. Alright, but yeah, there's not much I can say right now, but except I can't wait to see what happens next. But until then, this is Parcel Jutsu signing out. Like, comment, subscribe, and I also have an outro to go with the intro in this video. It's an outro that's pretty important to me in particular as a One Piece fan, and I hope you enjoy it.